Welcome to the Good Endeavor Short-Term Rental Show. I am your host, Mark McDaniel, and today I have with me Tyler Botsford. Tyler is actually an entrepreneur many times over, at least a few times over, in the short-term rental space. And today you're going to hear more about his latest endeavor into the short-term rental space and how he's going to help property managers scale their business. Tyler, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, Mark, thanks for having me.
For sure. After that dramatic introduction, tell us a little bit about you, kind of not necessarily where you grew up and who your parents are, but tell us a little bit about like before VR Connect, what were you doing and how did you land in this short-term rental industry?
Yeah, so it's kind of been a journey. About 2010, I was in college looking for a college job, and I was really looking for real estate jobs, and I came across a listing for a vacation rental kind of like OTA company, and they had an internship. So I started an internship at this company in 2010, which kind of gave me an introduction to vacation rentals, right? I initially was doing copywriting, which I absolutely do not like. So I started with copywriting, like doing listings, website pages, all that kind of thing. A few months in, a sales position opened up there. So I went up to the CEO and asked if I can get into sales for vacation rentals. And that's really kind of where it all began in 2010. From there, let's fast forward. So I was doing that for a while. And actually we started a separate team for owner acquisition. This was maybe 2012, 2013. So we were reaching out to individual homeowners as well as property management companies to get them signed up for all of our different websites that we had at the time. So doing that, running a team for owner acquisitions, I might get the numbers wrong, but around 2013-ish is when that was happening. 2014, I was playing around with digital marketing, creating websites, affiliate websites, and kind of fell into the digital marketing world as I was doing this building the sales team for this rental company, this OTA company, and really kind of just fell in love with the process of building things, right? Learning new strategies, testing out the strategies, and created a little digital marketing agency on the side back then, right? And that actually turned into our current business, which we're not talking about today, but where we help vacation rental management companies grow from SEO to digital marketing, and been doing that ever since. We've been seeing a real need in the market for a good provider of like a good CRM, as well as digital marketing strategies to help vacation rental management companies grow. And that's where we are today with VR Connect. We wanted a full service strategy to help vacation rental management companies grow their inventory and maintain quality relationships with their current owners. So helping them with owner retention as well through the CRM and other strategies we have. So that's kind of a really quick run through of the last decade of what I've been doing.
That's good, man. The OTA that you worked for, was that anybody we would know?
I don't know if they're still around. They had a bunch of different microsites. So all the microsites are probably still around. It was called Rentals by Owner was the actual company name. And I think the overall brand they had a couple different names, but Resortia was the big one. I think they broke off into a bunch of different pieces and sold markets into other markets type thing. So they bought a lot of domain names back in like the early 2000s, just killer domain names, right? And
smart,
fell into it. And they were doing really good back when I was going. And then, you know how things go. They kind of broke up into different markets. They had like more of it was a franchise, non-franchise model. if that makes sense. So they
Yeah.
were selling these markets and doing the marketing for them and having them grow. Can't remember what they called it because it wasn't a franchise, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the company.
So they were doing the marketing, and then the franchisee, quote unquote, was doing the execution.
Yeah, they were supposed to be.
Probably.
So what that company was doing was in back in the day, you could list on like it was TripAdvisor, Flipkey, Vrbo, Airbnb wasn't even around yet, HomeAway. So they were listing all these properties on those listing sites for the different markets. And then I was telling you about in 2012, 2013, how we had our owner acquisition team that we were building. So at that point, they were trying to help those markets grow and bring on new property managers and vacation rental managers. So those were the days, Mark, where an OTA could get 20%, right? So
Wild, Wild West.
It was.
That's the beginning. A lot of consolidation in some respects since then, and then a lot of kind of new pop-ups since then as well. So VR Connect, this is the company that you've created, that you're helping property managers with. So say I'm a property manager and I'm struggling getting new owners to sign up with me, or I'm struggling to do direct marketing to get people to land on my website. Would I come to you?
Yeah, absolutely. So the big things we help with, we help vacation rental management companies grow their inventory and retain their current owners. So we have a madrid of strategies around those two things. We also have an owner acquisition CRM that automates the entire process. So you can actually go in here, find specific owners. Let me back up. You can find the properties that you want to bring on. You can find those specific owners who own those properties, all their contact information, and market to them through traditional marketing methods as well as digital marketing methods, and automate most of the process, right? So that when a lead comes in, it goes directly to your sales team. And we can kind of get into the nitty gritty of what all that is. But the long and short is we help vacation rental management companies grow their inventory and retain their current owners through traditional and digital marketing strategies.
Okay. So this CRM that you guys have built, will I just use that as a tool to do my own marketing, or is this something that VR Connect will kind of do on my behalf and I can just look in there and kind of collect leads?
Yeah. So
or is it both?
It's both, right? So we do have some lower tiers where we can find the owners for you. When a new owner comes on in an area, that'll feed a lead into the CRM. And then you can kind of do the rest, build your templates, your automation templates to send out, and then work that system. Where we do have some more advanced strategies as well that we can kind of be more involved and more so partner with you on the different, like doing the different strategies for you, bringing on new owners, new realtor referral opportunities. So it's really both depending on where you're at in your business and how much help you need to grow. We can kind of help you either way.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And we mentioned earlier in the call about all of these OTAs, which are online travel agencies. And so I've heard it said, basing your whole business on somebody else's website is kind of like building your house on their land. And so there's this whole idea of creating your own website and driving direct bookings, which is ultimately more profitable for you, more profitable for the homeowner that you're managing the property for, et cetera, et cetera. So will this tool be used to same kind of thing to drive direct bookings as well?
For direct bookings?
Yeah.
No, this is purely for owner acquisition. So helping you grow your inventory. Now, with that being said, if you do want to kind of garner a better relationship with your guests, you can use this tool on the guest side of things for that. So let's say a guest has stayed with you, Mark, and you want to send them a postcard for their birthday or a direct mail happy holidays card. You can do that through the system, but more so it's designed to help you connect with second homeowners in your area as well as realtors in your area.
That's great.
Does that make sense, Mark?
Yeah. Yeah. And so this will integrate with MailChimp or any kind of list that you may buy of homeowners and that you're trying to market to, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And with this, you don't need MailChimp. So it kind of takes everything and puts it together. So you can do everything through the system, from finding the homeowners and their contact information, like we talked about, all the way to sending a direct mailer. So think postcard, letter, note card right from the system, text message, email. You can call them, voicemail drops. You can even send them an Amazon gift card from the system if you want to. So it really is designed to connect you with people in your marketplace, hence VR Connect. That's
a great idea. That's so smart. Just from your background in digital marketing, what tends to work the best in owner acquisition? Is it like Facebook ads or is it cold emails? Like, is there any one thing that works better than the other?
So this is always an interesting question because I don't know who said this, but most strategies work if you work them. So I think too many times vacation rental management companies see all these shiny objects, right? They get shiny object syndrome and they're like, hey, I want to do LinkedIn. I want to do Google ads. I want to do Hulu ads. And then they'll do it and they'll get it set up and look at it for, 2 weeks to 2 months, and they're not getting the results they need. And then they kind of back away. But to answer your question, the best thing you can do for owner acquisition, in my opinion, and this doesn't have to do directly with our CRM that we've created, but it's just being a great property management company, right? Being a great property management company, taking care of your owners, your guests, getting those reviews up, because you will organically grow if you're great at what you do, right? And that's what we do at VR Connect. We want to help you foster those relationships, but it's at the end of the day, it's really your job to be a great property manager.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking out loud. Like if I were contacted by somebody and it piqued my interest, probably the first thing I would do is go and Google them and look at their Google reviews. And so that would define if they're actually good at what they're doing, right?
Yeah, exactly. And even when we stay at different places, we'll go on Airbnb or HomeAway looking for a property. But before we book it, we'll go and look at the reviews, right? So you need to have quality reviews and a quality service so that you can keep growing that business. Because a couple bad reviews, let's say and that's one of the things too, is collecting the reviews, right? Some people don't focus on collecting quality reviews or even filtering reviews. So when I say filtering reviews, let's say you had a guest, they were unhappy for some reason. Instead of sending them directly to review you, give them an opportunity to tell you what happened so you can fix that, right? So one of the things that we do, not specifically for VR Connect, but we would recommend someone like you to do, Mark, is kind of filter those reviews out. So when you say, hey, give me a review, Mr. or Mrs. Guest or owner, if they put 1 star, we want that to go to a suggestion page where they can give you an overview of what the issue was. So that goes directly to you. You have an opportunity to fix that issue rather than them going and just giving you a 1-star review on Google. So really getting more quality reviews is important as well.
Huh. I didn't even know you could do that. Is that a function inside of VR Connect, or is that just a function of the link that you send them to give you the review?
Mark, you kind of just cut out on me for 10 seconds or so.
It's okay. We'll edit that. But is that a function? What you just mentioned about the Google reviews, I didn't even know you could do that. you can filter 1-star reviews to just suggestions. Is that inside of VR Connect, or is that a function of the link, the specific link that you send them to give you the review? Where you can like approve every review.
So that is not a function of VR Connect. But don't overthink it, right? So you can send them a link to a landing page. On that landing page, let's say there's 5 stars, right? So they choose 1 star, that will go to the suggestion page. Whereas if they choose 5 stars, that would go to your Google business profile page where they can leave a review.
Yeah. So the Google reviews, that's super interesting. We were talking about how to create a page to, if it was a 5-star review, then a link would go directly to the Google review page. If it's less than a 5-star review, or maybe less than a 4-star review, it actually goes to an entirely different page where it becomes a suggestion, right?
Correct.
Fascinating. So, I think you had mentioned that you can either build this yourself or have somebody build it for you. And you had mentioned a company called WhiteSpark. What did they do?
WhiteSpark doesn't build that solution for you. And I don't know if they still have this, but they previously had a free place you could go on their website, type in your business name, and then your Google business profile will pull up. And then what you could do is you can generate a link that when a client clicks on it, it will pull up your business to give your business a review, but then it'll pre-populate that business with automatic 5 stars. So instead of them clicking on 5 stars, it's already populated. And they can click submit or type in more text to give more information about that review. And again, I'm not sure if they still have this, but they have had stuff like that. The easiest way to get a link, though, is to go to your Google business profile. And I think it's the share button, right? You can click share, or you click on views, get the review link. It's in the back end to get that review link. But there are some tools that'll like pre-populate the 5 stars and all that. I would just Google review generator 5-star or something to that effect, and some options should pull up for you.
That's super helpful. This is like sitting in a property manager mastermind.
Love it.
With
love
Tyler. Me too, man. So this is super fascinating, because one of the hardest things to do is to recruit new owners, and having a CRM that populates and that you can keep track of everybody. Obviously, there are alternative CRMs out there, but just seemingly less comprehensive, whereas less of a marketing tool and more of just a actual customer relationship tool. But this seems like it can be used for email marketing, maybe even Facebook marketing and things like that too. Am I right? It's like a full-fledged marketing tool.
It is. It's really geared to connect you to the people you want to connect with. So second homeowners in your area, realtors in your area, and craft and build that relationship with your current owners. We don't have Facebook marketing directly on the CRM. So some of our digital marketing strategies like Google ads, Facebook ads that we talked about before, YouTube ads, those are from the team. So that's not built into the CRM, but that is a function of what VR Connect can help with.
That's great. That's great, man. Well, this has been crazy helpful, because I got to think I'm not, our company's not the only one in the situation where we need help with marketing and recruiting owners. Because I mean, if you're doing this, you're probably trying to do it well, and you believe in what you're doing, you believe in yourself. And so it's not a function of, hey, what do I say when I get on the phone with a homeowner? It's a function of, how do I get a homeowner on the phone? And so that's where VR Connect and Tyler and his team come in.
Yeah, exactly. And just to tell you real quick about a few other functions of the CRM that we built that we're really proud of. So we kind of did a base overview, but we have certain different campaigns. I'll talk about a few of them here. Like our High Neighbor campaign is one of them. And what that does is whenever a new property is purchased in your area, you can send a welcome to the neighborhood letter automatically to that new homeowner in the area, so they're familiar with your brand. And you can create follow-up sequences with that as well. If you want to send them a text message or an email or another direct mailer, something to that effect, you can build these just to stay in constant contact and top of mind with these second homeowners. Another function we have is called our Realtor Connect campaign. And there's two different functions of that. The first one is we find all the realtors in your area and we reach out to them to let them know about your realtor referral program. The other thing that we want to get them connected with you so that you guys can kind of have a joint venture relationship where they're bringing on new homeowners to you. The second part of that is we track the MLS. So whenever a property goes up for sale, is under contract, or is sold, that realtor information is sent directly to the CRM, and you automatically, branded as your company, send that realtor an email looking to connect with them at the right time, right? So as they're talking with potential buyers, they can, see if they're using it as a vacation rental and refer them back to you. So that's a couple functions. And then we do have landing page funnels that we build for you. And these are interactive funnels as well. So think VR ROI estimator, right? That your potential clients can use, or realtors can have their clients use so they can see what they can expect to make in your market with your company when they sign up with you. So we have a bunch of cool little tools like that, and we're constantly developing new tools. But I did want to mention those few with you, Mark, because they are powerful and really cool for bringing on new owners and realtors.
But what those funnels do is, so if it's like a typical funnel, to use it, you kind of enter a little bit of information, and which allows you then to remarket to those folks who enter their information,
so
correct?
We can kind of go through either a test funnel or a test campaign, just kind of give you a sample, I should say, not a test, like what a sample funnel could look like, or a sample campaign could look like. So let's say a prospect goes to your landing page. On that landing page, they can change the number of bedrooms, bathroom, where the property is located, et cetera, to generate that estimate. After that, they're retargeted right after that, right? So once they hit that page, they're on your retargeting campaign, whether that's through Facebook, Google, YouTube, wherever, they're getting retargeted. Once they fill that out, they will get either an email from you and or a text from you. You can send them a direct mailer like right away as well. But then your team or you is going to get a phone call that says, hey, Mark just filled out the form. Press 1 now to connect. So your team's getting phone calls or texts, however you want to set it up, as emails as soon as someone fills out that form. And I mean, Mark, too, the biggest thing is like lead time. How quick are you following up with those leads as soon as they come in? And with this solution, it makes it really quick. And then from there, you can build a campaign that says, hey, if this person doesn't respond to an email or respond to a text in this amount of time, send them a direct mailer. Maybe you want to send them a video introduction email, right? You can have a pre-recorded message, or on the fly through the CRM, you can say, hey, thanks for filling this out. Just wanted to introduce myself, etc. You can do voicemail drops. So really the possibility is endless on how you can build those follow-up campaigns out after someone fills out the landing page. So I kind of went into a little long spiel there, Mark, but I think it is helpful for people to understand the power of what you can do with not only the CRM, but just some things you should be doing for your property management company in general.
No, that's great. It seems like there's a science and an art to this. Like the science part is creating these automations so that your follow-up and your succinctity is, I think that's the word, your succinctness is in order. But the art seems like, you mentioned something about making the video. And so maybe the video is part of the automation, but the video can be really personal. And so something we do when guests arrive is we record a video welcoming them to every property, and people, the feedback, people really, really love it. And I think humans are humans. And so they don't want to feel like they're in a funnel. They want to feel like, hey, this person recorded this message and they took the time, and they have enough energy about their company to take the time to do this. So I love that. I love that those two marry.
What a
up
great
together
idea
like that.
too, Mark, for your business to do those individualized videos. If I got one of those from you and then I had a great experience there, I'm a lifer. I'm going to come back to you. So I do like that you guys do that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's great, man. Really appreciate you being on the show today, Tyler. And best of luck in the business, and we'll talk soon.